Hi, sir. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hi. My name's Jimothy. Are you Rocco by any chance?
Yeah, they call me Rocco.
Oh, hi, Rocco. It's nice to meet you.
Shh.
What's up? What's going on?
Keep it down.
Oh, right. Okay. It's gonna be like this. Okay, I got you. Hey, Rocco. So
Yes.
I'm here because I heard you might have some good stuff on you. Is that right?
Yeah, I got good stuff.
Okay, how can we talk in here? Because I want some, like, real good stuff.
I don't have real good stuff, but I got good stuff.
Okay. I just need something. I need something good, something to get me all riled up and feeling funky fresh. Feeling funky fresh, as they say, right? Right, Rocco?
Yeah.
Right,
How much
Rocco?
you plan on spending?
Nothing.
I got the perfect thing for you.
What do you call it?
Belt it out.
Oh, God.
Should I do that differently?
Belt it out.
Should I do belt it out?
Sure. Or we can just keep it like this.
Belt it out.
Belt it out. Welcome
to
Belt it out.
Belt it out.
All right. Well, welcome back. Welcome back to the Belted Out Show. My name is Connor Belt.
Oh, we doing that?
Well, people might not know. Who's who?
That's true.
We didn't introduce
do
ourselves
this.
last time.
I know. I do this assuming that everyone that's going to listen to this is, mom,
Dad,
grandma, dad.
David apparently listened to it. Thanks,
Oh,
David.
okay. Well,
Stepdad
so everyone knows us. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, maybe not everyone will know us. And maybe in the future, hopeful thinking,
Maybe.
not everyone will know us.
Yeah.
But
so you
yes.
are?
So, huh?
So you are?
I am Cameron Belt.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yes. Yes, we are brothers.
What brings you here today? I don't know myself.
Did you hear that?
What was that?
It was a car.
That was a car?
Maybe a moped. I don't know.
Something just crashed?
No.
What was that?
Was there a crashing sound?
Oh, that's what it sounded like on my end.
Oh,
It sounded like a psh. It's probably because through Skype, you know how it has like a noise filter?
Yeah.
It probably only picked up a little bit and went psh. Seriously. I thought there was a wreck outside.
No, it sounded more like a fart. Like a long fart. Just
Oh, no. Didn't catch that.
Okay.
Didn't catch that.
So yeah. So we're back.
So yeah.
Here
we go
starting
again.
It off
Welcome
on a
back.
Good note.
So what kind of feedback? What kind of oh gosh, here we go. What kind of feedback did you get from last week's episode?
I didn't get any feedback.
Nothing.
Nothing. Actually, no, that's a lie.
Okay.
But it is from mom. So, yeah.
Dad too.
It was good. Yeah, dad. Yeah. I got an emotional message from mom. And a great job from dad. So,
And stepdad Russ.
Yeah. Except,
Stepdad Russ.
he just tore me down like he always does.
Typical stepdad. What can you say?
Typical stepdad.
I know. Hey, but we said we'd
Nothing
give
like
him a
the real
shout
dad.
out for making it all the way to the end.
Crap, yeah, I forgot.
So this is your shout out.
Yeah, that's your shout out. Not gonna put your name out because I'm the jerk steps kid. You're just a stepdad.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. But I listened to it, I think twice. I sat down. I have a lot of time in my truck.
I guess so.
And so, well, between last week and the beginning of this week, I've had some time to just sit down and just listen to it. Thought it was interesting. Right.
Cool.
Thought it was cool for not having any sort of agenda or any sort of route of topic. I think we kept it up. It was not too bad. Not too bad. I thought that was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're entertaining guys,
We're so...
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should just call this the show.
Yeah.
Or but yeah.
But yeah. So...
But yeah.
No, I'm not doing this again. I'm not gonna. Again.
No.
Every time saying
I am. It's going to happen, but...
I know.
Just, deal with it.
This is us. This is us.
That's a TV show.
Which I never watched because I heard it was an emotional...
It's so good. It's so good.
Show. Tell the people you were on that show at one point. I won't forget that.
Air quotes on that show.
Tell them. It's interesting.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So when I lived in California, I did a little bit of background acting because why not? Ooh. I figured, I'd do it and see if it went anywhere. And as you can tell, it went absolutely nowhere because I'm in Indiana now. But but yeah, one of the shows I was on was This Is Us, and if you look real close, I forgot what episode it is, and I forgot what season it is, honestly. If you look real close, you can see the back of a football helmet in the far left bottom corner for probably a third of a second. That was me.
Do you remember you were an actual historical football player though? On the Steelers?
Yeah.
On the Pittsburgh Steelers, was it?
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Do you remember? Do you even remember who you were?
No, I totally forgot. Yeah.
But also,
and it was funny.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say it was funny because they I had a beard going and everything, and you tell them if you're okay with them shaving, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I shave all the time anyway. I do funky stuff. They're like, all right, so. They put me in the makeup trailer. I was like, oh, this is cool. And they start shaving my beard, and it looks really funky, like huge chops.
Well, it was 1970s. It was 1970s era, right?
Yeah. But they pretty much just took the razor and just went.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you
so
had chops.
I had a goatee and then big chops, and and I looked the guy up, looked nothing like that, and
I know.
And they didn't even see my face. So
they shaved 2 lines down your face for no reason.
Yeah.
But what's funny is you're typecast because that wasn't the first time, the only time you were a football player either.
Yeah.
What was the other time?
Yeah. Well, my first one, I was also a football player, but I was at a party, like an after party or whatever, and I was in Ballers, and you can see me there, and I have no beard, and I got my cheese ball of a face just bopping around in the background.
Well, my favorite thing about that was that I remember you telling me, you didn't know what you were doing because you're supposed to have fake conversations in the background.
Yeah.
And you just, right?
Yeah. So that was my first gig, right? And And so it was a long one. We were there for like 16 hours, and there was like barely a break. But honestly, like background actors don't really, they just kind of wait around until they're told what to do, and then they do it for like 5 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we were in this like bar scene, and like some people walked out, and if you walk out, you don't get paid, right?
Yeah.
And so some people walked out because it was just taking so long. But the problem was, including one of these people that walked out, they were telling us to pantomime.
Right.
And
because you can't actually make background noise.
Exactly. Like background noise and all that, it's a post-production. So they're telling us to just move around and act like we're talking, maybe even actually say something, but don't let any noise come out,
right? Because
that defeats the purpose. Well, every time it was, and action. Like everybody was whispering. It was like, stop it. And yeah, it was a little difficult. But I started like, we were going through it so many times that I started just doing really stupid stuff. I was like, I'm in the background, like,
right.
You know, if they see me, well, then it'll be funny. But if not, whatever. But yeah, that was funny. And then I was also a prisoner.
I briefly mentioned this last week when I shouted Danny DeVito because you saw him in person.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I was a prisoner in It's Always Sunny, and then I was just a moviegoer in a Stranger Things Coke commercial,
which you can see on YouTube if you type it in.
Yeah,
I don't know if I feel like you catch a brief glimpse of you.
Christy claims to see me, but I don't see it.
Yeah,
but my outfit is
pretty rad. I remember you sent that photo.
Oh yeah, I probably had a full can of hairspray in my hair, and my hair was down to my shoulders at that time. So
it was like that side part. It was like that long-haired side part.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You know, I thought you'd keep that look, but.
And they put me in a Hawaiian shirt, khaki shorts that like were stayed above my knees.
Yeah, some like pipe socks.
Yep. And like New Balance white shoes.
Yeah.
Like I was it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know what you were filming for. They said just an 80s themed Coke commercial. For Netflix,
I didn't even know it was a Coke commercial, honestly.
But it was like...
No. Yeah, you're right. It did say 80s themed Coke commercial.
You knew it was under Netflix, right? Right? Or
yeah, well, no,
connected?
I didn't know it was under Netflix. When I got there was a contract we had to sign saying we wouldn't say anything, obviously, until after it came out. But it was Netflix, and it was like, you know, you're going, okay, 80s theme.
I know.
Netflix, like, you know, it's Stranger Things.
Yeah, because you saw, like, the big reveal for you was you actually saw some of the actors, right, in the theater.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, the big reveal was the contract, honestly.
Well, yeah, but you knew for sure once you saw some of the actors in there.
Yeah. It was Steve and
Dustin.
Yeah.
Did you see the Doofer brothers?
Yeah.
The Doofer brothers. Wait, so they were actually there?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That is cool, though.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool experience. That's what I like about background acting is like you get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
They usually feed you. On your free time, you can do whatever. I won't say whatever the heck you want, but like, I mean, I draw, so like, I took my iPad and just drew the whole time, and then I mean, you're hanging around or meeting like actors and film crew, and if you're into all that stuff, you get to see how it works and all that. So it's fun. It's fun. It's totally worth it if you're out that way. Or I mean, heck, they might even. Sure, they have some stuff in like Dallas too. So.
Yeah, and I've told you about. I mean, I've never been on anything, but I tried pursuing voice acting straight out of high school, more or less because people told me I'd be good at it, and then I realized just how hard it was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was interesting though, because there is an industry here. There is.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially this place is just growing and growing. And you know, I got into the agency for voice acting.
Yeah.
This, you know, local Dallas agency, but what I didn't know was that she was very new to it or was coming back to it.
Yeah.
And especially for voice acting, at least the pros, I mean, they do like 20 auditions a day from home. Like, you have to do that. And I was
There's
getting
actual work there.
Yeah. And I was getting 1, maybe 2 auditions like a month.
Yeah.
And then she would send me, so this is where I was going. She would send me to like commercial auditions and even my very first audition, a hand model.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
For like
nothing to do with.
Yeah, it was the very first audition. I got the email. I was like, oh, she sent me something. Okay, what is it? Hand model. I was like, what am I, George Costanza? It's like, Mom, I found my calling. No, I mean, look, my hands are weird, covered in hair and freckles. I was like, this is stupid, but you know what? I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was like in a room full of young people. We all wore black T-shirts and we held these. You had to wear all black. That was like a part of it. I don't know.
Interesting.
Just the blank slate type of thing.
I guess.
And I was like, I'm not going to get this. I drove all the way to Dallas, some studio. But yeah, I did a few commercial auditions, like on-camera commercial auditions.
Yeah,
but
that's cool.
Yeah, never really did any background work or anything like that.
I mean, you know, that's why I started making my own stuff.
Yeah. Yep. It's true.
Yeah.
But seriously, I mean, those people that eventually make it usually started off broke and like
totally
just auditioning all the time, every chance they could, taking any job.
I mean,
they
I know
could.
some people. Yeah, I know people out, in California that, like, I don't know. I'm like, how in the world do you make it? Because like, one full-time job will not do it for you,
right?
You know? Like, and so doing that, like, there were a lot of things that I had to reject because I had to work,
Right.
So
it's like
that was hard, and that was a weird place to be in. Like, if I were by myself, I think I probably would have been more, screw you to the jobs. But you
have to provide.
Yeah.
The old ball and chain, you know what I mean?
I can't say anything because she's sitting right behind me.
Well, I was hoping she heard me. It's false.
Huh?
I said that's false. We don't see our wives as the old ball and chain.
No, totally not.
I hate that saying. It's like, why'd you get married then?
Right, yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Seriously.
Idiot. Yeah.
I said, we originally went into this new podcast with an idea to talk about a topic, but it seems we've kind of gone down this route somehow.
Yeah.
Not sure how we can continue it. I don't really have any
this
other
route? No, I mean, we can just, huh?
I don't really have any stories related.
Oh, here, I mean, I can kind of transition us over,
Sure.
like, us talking about, doing acting and acting, like, yeah, I mean, this all stemmed from what we did when we were kids, like one of the things we really did was like, I mean, the first time I remember is we did a like a Ghostbusters like
Home
movie.
video. Yeah.
Yeah, home video. And if you guys ever
Spoof.
seen Be Kind Rewind, it was the sweeted version of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what, I was 9 or 10, and so that would have made you 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived in this big old house. We referred to it as the White House, because it was white.
Yep.
and we dressed up in like our pajamas and like got garden hose and our water guns and like connected our backpacks or somehow.
Yeah.
And we were just like, there's ghosts.
Which in that house, there probably were ghosts.
There's a good likelihood that there were ghosts in there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What?
We just
You gonna throw
echoed.
us off topic again?
We just echoed, but yeah.
Topic.
What?
I said off topic weird.
Off topic. Off topic.
I like went off topic.
Off topic.
Off topic.
Off topic.
Off topic.
Off topic.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
So initially we were going to talk about our childhoods. I feel like since we're still in the beginning stage of this new phase of the podcast, it's only appropriate to go back to the beginning of who we are and maybe to clear some things up for anybody who's curious about our childhood, because I don't know about you, I can't small talk about our childhood because it's usually hard. It's so hard because most people can be like, oh yeah, I grew up in Dallas and lived there until I graduated high school and then moved 5 minutes down the road. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For us, it's like, okay, hey, where are you from? Where are you originally from? I've gotten to the point where I just say Indiana.
Sorry, dog has a toy.
Oh my gosh, I don't hear anything.
Okay.
I'll probably hear it in the final version though.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. But so when people ask where I'm from, now I just say, yeah, I was born in Indiana and I've lived here in Texas for the past 13 years.
Yeah.
But I refer to Buffalo, New York. I refer to Michigan and then people just get confused and they're like, wait, so you're from Buffalo? I'm like, before Texas.
Yeah.
But I only lived there for 3 years. Oh, so Indiana, Buffalo, also Michigan.
Like, I know it's hard because it's like it's not like a bragging thing. It's not like I've lived in all these places. No, it's like every little part has made like us who we are. Mm-hmm. Like even down to the accent. You know, like
I don't know what my accent is at all.
Well, I don't either. But like I know one thing that pops out every once in a while are my A's. And like where did that come from? That came from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because I was made fun of for having a southern accent.
Yeah, because before Buffalo, I was I was pretty young. I think I was only like 9 years old when we moved to Buffalo. But I very much had a southern Indiana redneck accent. But
it's funny though, because not everyone here has that accent. It's really weird.
It's more like Kentucky though, because y'all are like right on the border of Kentucky. I think that's where most of that comes from.
I mean, Kentucky is pretty consistent, but like in Evansville, I've noticed a lot of, I don't know, a mixture of accents here. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But so wow, just knocked them all out right there.
Let's not make this an ironic habit, like we've mentioned before, where you ironically make fun of something and then it becomes part of your vernacular.
I know.
Let's not do that.
I know.
It's okay, but give yourself grace. I'm giving myself grace too. We should start from the beginning though.
Okay.
And I think it's only appropriate you start because What's up?
Well, I was going to say before we do that, can you give me an impression of Mike Myers?
Oh my gosh. You just hit me with the bad impersonation out of nowhere. Oh, I forgot you were doing this. I actually totally forgot we were doing this. We agreed yesterday that at any point in the podcast we throw out a bad impersonation we
both
cannot reject.
One chance.
Mike Myers?
Yep, Mike Myers. Not Michael Myers. Mike Myers.
Here's Michael Myers.
No. Mike Myers.
He just breathes.
Mike Myers.
He just breathes.
Does he?
Yeah, out of his mask holes.
You're going to say butthole, weren't you?
No, mask holes. How was it? You were going to say butthole.
Breathing out of his butthole.
His butthole. Mike Myers. So here's... Stop. So while Cameron laughs at his own jokes, here's the hard thing. He does so many impersonations himself. So it's like I
one
forgot.
Of his impersonations then.
One of his impersonations? See now, what, like Shrek?
Sure, why not? See, I'm just going to do a Scottish accent. That's literally all I can think to do. That's half his characters anyway.
I know. He does a lot of Scottish. Did you get away from me, donkey?
There you go.
That was almost a little too Scottish.
Yeah, it was. It was more, that sounded more like
Away
fat,
from me, donkey.
I don't.
Oh, wait. Cat in the Hat.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead. This is so easy.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We watched that 2 days ago.
Did you really? Okay, that movie it's pretty funny.
It's awesome.
There's some
I don't care what anyone says.
It's definitely goes beyond a children's movie.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of innuendos in there.
Yeah.
Which nowadays I find hilarious.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's
the
good.
infomercial
It's so
scene. I think
favorite.
I think about probably too often, and I will every once in a while pull it up on YouTube just because. It's like,
make it look like a bloody accident.
I'll make it look like a bloody accident. I'm so excited! Yeah. oh, and then what is that machine called?
Oh gosh, I can't even remember.
Something blah blah the Minator. It's like it can turn anything into a cupcake or whatever it is. He's like, anything? Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. 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 Cut your tail off. Look like a bloody accident. All right. I think that's my Mike Myers.
Okay.
I'm done with that.
Great job.
It was all over the place.
Yeah,
Can we? Okay, we keep going all over the place, but we're on the Cat in the Hat topic. I have to talk about this. I have to talk about this right now. Is it in your vicinity?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay, don't worry about it. But I'll go ahead and get started on where we're going with this. So, we both love cinema. We grew up loving movies, classic movies, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
And any new superhero movie that came out, which was more of a big deal back then than it is now, because there's a new superhero movie every week, and I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
But along with that, Cameron specifically loved, if there was a movie he liked, he was going to own the soundtrack and the score.
Yeah.
Period. That didn't matter what movie it was. He was going to buy it or
Yeah.
search for the library or something. This was before Amazon. He was going to get it for Christmas.
Well, it was before Amazon sold more
yeah.
than books.
Yeah, more than books. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
The Amazon as we know it. So with that being said, what was one of the soundtracks that you not only owned, but would intentionally put in the CD slot of your car and listen to as you drive down Interstate 35?
Now, I don't know if I actually ever played it in my car.
Yes, you did.
But
there was one time. Yes, that's
Okay.
why I have a very fond memory. That's why it's still a joke till this day, because of this one memory I have of that.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm not denying it. It probably did happen, but I definitely remember playing it more in my bedroom or like while I'm drawing or homework or whatever. Sorry.
So
man.
I don't think we've said it yet, but it is. We're talking about
it's the it's the Cat in the Hat soundtrack.
For the movie. The movie.
The movie. Yeah. It's a soundtrack to Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat.
2003.
But
I think
okay, here's the thing. Go ahead and tell your part because I know you're gonna
2004.
go off on why it's ridiculous.
So,
and then I'm going to debate.
I mean,
this.
I will explain. It is again Cat in the Hat, the live action movie. It's still very cartoony, so the music is only matches that same energy. The cartooniness, the sporadicness, it matches that energy. And so there was one day, this was back when I think you still had like your first car.
Probably.
Yeah. And so you're probably just out of high school or late high school or something like that. We were in Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? And going somewhere, I was jumping in the passenger seat, fired up the engine, and what do I hear? I'm like, what is this? Why did you put this in?
Okay, so here's
You
the
go on
thing.
and tell me it's the Cat in the Hat soundtrack. I'm like,
Here's the
what?
thing. For me, listening to a soundtrack, one, I would always get them if I could before the movie came out. And it got me excited to see the movie, or more excited, I should say.
Uh-huh.
Listening to it after the movie, well, then it just like replays the movie for me. But when I'm listening to a soundtrack, I'm not just listening to the music.
Yeah.
I'm kind of playing the movie through my head. Or if it's before the movie, I'm playing what I might expect the movie to be before I see the movie. So that's why I like soundtracks. And that's why the pauses, the weird pauses and all that, it's not just listening to music. It's the pause is like, oh, something happened here. Like,
Well, yeah.
that kind of thing.
I know.
So it's more than just listening to music. And I like cartoons on top of that. So I'm like always looking for music that's goofy and silly like that.
I know. It's just funny because there's probably, I don't know. I don't know if there's probably a single other person on this planet that at one point slid the CD of
Maybe not.
the Cat in the Hat
Maybe
soundtrack into their vehicle to enjoy listening
Deal
to
with it.
cruising around. No, it's hilarious. It's great. You be you. You be you. I think it's just funny.
Yeah.
Because I love
No,
soundtracks
it
too.
is
I
funny.
do. I just that one specifically just is so out there.
That one
because it's not a real popular movie. And it has gotten a lot
If
of
anything,
crap.
it's not. It's disliked.
Most
in a way.
people don't like that movie, and so to have a movie that's not liked very much and
then
to
have the
intentionally play its soundtrack is just funny. It's just funny.
Yeah. But that's forever a joke.
I know.
Yeah.
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 It's
Oh,
hilarious.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Now, great soundtrack. The Incredibles.
Whoa, yeah. Didn't they win
I will
an
never.
Oscar for that?
I don't know.
I think
I
they
don't know.
won. I think they won an Oscar for best score on that one, or at least was nominated.
I heard the most recent Oscar slapped.
Oh gosh. It slapped all right. And to be honest, I didn't even know the Oscars were going on until
No, me neither.
I saw
Yeah.
that incident.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't watch it. I don't really pay attention to award shows, so I don't
No,
remember.
me
all
neither.
that
Because
stuff.
at the end of the day, it's not like people chose those awards. It's like a board of
Yeah.
members that we
Stupid
don't
people.
know about, that we don't even know.
That's like you going, I love this movie.
And then people
well, that's great.
Yeah. And then people...
Pretentious people telling
Right.
me what movie was good.
Right. I
You
mean, a
know
lot
what
of
I
them
like?
are accurate, but...
I like Good Burger.
Yeah,
I
me
didn't win an
too.
award.
I like Good Burger, too.
Didn't see them at the Oscars.
Nope, I don't think so.
Stupid. Speaking of Good Burger, we were going to talk about our childhood.
I know. I feel like this is just how most of these podcasts are going to go.
Probably.
But
Yeah.
before we jump into that, because I still think we should jump into that, why don't you do Dana Carvey?
Dana Carvey.
Yeah. That's like Mike Myers' bud right there.
It is. Dana. He wants me to do Dana Carvey.
Telling Christy, you want me to do Dana Carvey?
I don't.
Help me, Christy.
I mean, I've been listening to podcasts with him and David Spade.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Well, then you should have this.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, his actual voice is kind of normal.
I know. So is Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't figure that one out.
Can I do a character of Dana Carvey?
I think you should. I think same rules apply.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they're very similar people, or at least their roles have all been very similar.
Am I not turtling? That's Kermit.
No, it's Kermit.
Am I not? I forgot how it went now. Am I not turtly enough for the turtle club? It sounds too much like Kermit. I forgot how it went.
That's Kermit.
I'm gonna be a master of disguise. I'm gonna be a master of disguise.
Master of Disguise.
I don't know.
Master of Disguise. That was another movie that
Oh yeah,
many people...
Another flop that I love.
But it is, yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Some parts are pretty funny. Yeah.
I will always watch that.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it in years. I'd love to
I want
watch
to
it
watch
again.
it tonight now.
Well, shoot.
Shoot, man.
Well, shoot. Maybe I will. Maybe I will too.
Maybe I will
Maybe I will
watch
too.
the master of disguise. Oh gosh, our dog is so freaking spoiled.
Oh, there's a story.
Yeah,
I almost got attacked
It
by a
is
dog
story
this
of a
week.
squirrel. Sorry. Go ahead.
I already said what I needed to. You just weren't paying attention.
I was, but
These aren't how podcasts work. You have to listen to each other.
I'm sorry.
You know? I know there's a lot you
becoming
want to
my
say, but you have to listen at the same time.
I'm becoming our mother's child. Okay, go ahead. I'm letting you talk and you're just
Okay,
laughing.
you mentioned your dog. I almost got attacked by a dog this week. Yesterday.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting.
Yesterday.
I thought you were going to tell me you almost got a dog.
No. No. No.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. I was taking him a walk. We've been taking walks recently.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually Kara and I. I just went solo yesterday. And
Yeah.
She usually brings a trekking pole with her because, for
Why not?
dogs. For dogs.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
we live, kind of out in the country.
Yeah.
No HOAs in place or anything like that. So
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
kind of do whatever they want. I usually bring a pocket knife for that reason. But, yeah.
That's a bit more.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
know. But I was probably at the farthest point of my walk. So like halfway on my route, which is the farthest away from my house because it's this big
Yeah.
old loop. And there was this sort of ranch style house and property, but there's no fence around it. And I've seen this dog out there before, but usually the owner's out there and he calls it over or something. So I'm walking, I see this dog, and I see that it sees me, and I'm looking around for an owner. I didn't see anybody. And it does sort of that prowl thing, it kind of looked like a big cat, how it's got its head down, and it
Like
just
the head goes down.
Yeah, head goes down, and it's like kind of slowly trotting my way. Then it stops, slowly comes, and I was like, this dog doesn't look friendly. That's some unfriendly body language right there.
That's some unfriendly body language right there.
And he comes closer, and so at this point, and again, no offense, I get the knife out. I don't open it.
Yeah.
I just have it in my hand. And then it starts freaking charging at me.
Oh,
Charging
crap,
at me.
man.
Yeah.
It's probably because you took the knife out.
No, it was...
It's like, crap,
I had the knife
ready
like
to fight.
hidden in my hand. I didn't have it flipped out yet. But then it started charging at me. So then I quickly flipped that knife out. Yeah. I was like, I don't think I can outrun this dog. And he gets about, 30 feet away from me.
Yeah.
And I just start yelling at it. I'm like, no, no, like loud. And at this point, I didn't care who was around. This dog was about to attack me.
Yeah.
And so I'm just standing out there in the middle of the road like a lunatic with this knife out, pointed at this dog, screaming at it. And so we're just having like a staring contest now. Like he's not moving, but he's just staring at me. His tail's not wagging.
Never lock eyes.
Well, I wasn't looking at it straight in the eyeballs.
I've done that before.
Right. Yeah.
Not good.
I mean, but I was just looking at it because I had to be
Yeah.
prepared for whatever. So eventually this vehicle comes up and, sees a guy looking at a dog with his knife out. So he comes up, rolls down his window, and I'm like, dude, I think this dog was about to, I don't know if it was about to attack me, but it sure acted like it was about to. So he slowly acted like as a barrier and just kind of walked and drove his car along me as I walked away.
Yeah.
Which was cool. But yeah, and then his neighbor came out running to me. He was like, "You okay?" He's like, "I heard you."
Snap.
Yeah. And he told me, like, "Yeah, I've told him before. He can't have his dog out." So he actually ended up giving me his number. The guy who lives there.
Oh, snap.
So I texted him today. Like not wanting to cause any trouble, but
Yeah.
Jeez, stupid.
You just say, "Hey, next time your dog is out, I'm gonna stab it."
I mean, but that went through my mind. I was like, am I about to have to
Kill a
shank
dog.
this dog? Yeah. And I did not want to have to go there, but I didn't know what was going to happen.
You can always choke a dog.
Well,
Seen that.
yeah. Calm down. You're like,
You know a real gruesome way to kill a dog.
okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay. But yeah, I ended up texting him, and he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry about that." And he was like, "Oh, he's an 8-month-old pup, so he's harmless." I'm like, "What? How do you know?" If anything,
He's
you
never
haven't
bitten anyone in his 8 months of
I
life.
know. Like, if anything, you haven't had him long enough to really assess that. And then he goes on to tell me,
Yeah.
there's a lot of dogs in Pilot Point, where I live.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, duh.
Yeah.
They're behind a fence, though.
You're right. Yeah.
Anyway, just a random story, an occurrence.
Yeah.
That happened yesterday.
Nice.
No, it wasn't. Really wasn't. It's dumb.
Well, that's no ASMR story. I'll tell you that.
No, not funny.
No.
Maybe not
Kinda
entertaining.
drab.
Really.
So here, let me switch gears here and go to a lighter note. I still want to talk about childhood.
Yeah.
I would like to. One of the highlights, one of the things that I always think about when we were kids, was how I just had this like inventive mentality, and I just always wanted to invent something.
Oh my goodness.
And I just always seemed to be too big for my own inventions, so I would always have you test them out for me.
Yep. This was one of the things I thought of too that I was planning on sharing as well.
Yeah, like one of my favorite stories that I tell people is when I was trying to connect a wagon to my bike, and I was like, oh, if I do this, then Connor and I could just ride around everywhere, and I tried everything. I tried bungee cords, rope, I think some tape, and it was a real Little Rascals setup.
Oh yeah.
And I remember time after time. I mean, it would work. But I was like, all right, how fast can I go with this? Still attached, and I probably failed like 5 times. And I remember time after time, you had your helmet on. I'm pretty sure you even had like elbow pads and knee pads on, if I'm not mistaken. But but eventually you would wipe out in that wagon. Because it was not attached well at all. And and every time I'd be like, Connor, come on, just try it one more time. This time it's gonna work. It's gonna work. And you're like, no, I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, of course.
I know. Like, but I mean, you were legit crying. I was like trying to talk you into like doing it. I was like, come on, man. Because I was so sure it was gonna work, and I just kept.
Well, I got another one for you.
Okay.
Which is, this was when we were in Michigan, and we had, this one's one of my favorites. I don't know if you remember this one. We had that like treehouse structure. It wasn't actually in a tree, but
okay,
it was like the treehouse.
I was going to tell this one too, if this is the one I'm thinking.
Do you want to tell it?
No. I was going to tell this one if this is the one I'm thinking.
This is it.
So yeah.
You wanted some sort of like, because there was a big hill. It was our house on a hill, and then the hill dipped down into the trees and where this little treehouse structure was.
Yep.
And you wanted to create like a pulley system to go from the top of that hill down to the top of the treehouse.
Like kind of like a whatchamacallit for the ski, like the slopes.
Ski lift.
A ski, yeah, thank you. A ski lift, yeah.
Or anyway, gondola, whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
like a gondola.
Gondola.
And you like put this, you tied a rope from one end, like on a tree up the hill to the treehouse structure.
Yep.
And okay, cool. You can pulley items and stuff. No, let's try to transport people like a gondola. And so, of course, I was once again your guinea pig. And I think you tried putting like a lawn chair. You put a lawn chair
And I didn't even
On the
tie it.
rope.
I just like slid the rope through a little hole in
the
one
chair.
of the yeah. It was just kind of like cockeyed hanging off the rope.
I was just dangling in there. Like, how would I even go from one place to another?
Did I actually get you in that one?
Yeah. I remember that.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I actually got you to
Oh, yeah.
do that one or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think about that one a lot.
That's the other one that sticks out to me. And then there was one more, and this was in the White House again. And we had that swing set, and you had that like little Pooh Bear car.
Okay.
And I was like, how cool would it be to like jack up this car? But well, I say jack, but it was really just a pulley. And I tied a rope to the car.
You and pulleys and ropes.
I know.
Simple machine.
that was all I had to work with then. and so I would just like pull up the car, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if like I could pull somebody up in it. And so I remember I had you sit in the car, and while I pulled the car up with you in it, and I think you slid through the bottom there.
I don't remember that one.
Really?
No.
Yeah. That one ended real quick. I
Yeah.
wanted to say Mom came out. Yeah.
Good
But-
for Mom. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, those that's I don't know. I just always wanted something to work. I wanted something to be, I don't know, more than what it was. I have no idea what the goal there was, but yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And playing pretend, that was a big part of our
Oh yeah.
life. Actually, that reminds me of another story.
Mm-hmm. I think I know which
on
story.
Walnut.
Yeah.
Speaking of superheroes,
Yep.
we loved superheroes and superhero movies, and like honestly, it was just recently that I stopped really caring for them all that much. I still watch them. I'm probably gonna go see Doctor Strange too. Like I still, but I'm not as excited about them as I was before.
Right.
And one of the movies that we loved were the X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had this cool like little backyard at this house, and there were like pine trees in the back, and it created like this little like cave area. So like we played in the backyard a lot.
Yeah, that was cool.
And
I like that little area.
So, huh?
That was a cool little nook
Yeah.
created
Yeah.
by the pine
Yeah.
trees and the pine needles. Just a soft little.
Yeah. It was
pad.
awesome.
It was
Great
really
for
cool.
action figures.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were out there playing, and my favorite superhero was, at least X-Men, was Wolverine. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Connor, you were Cyclops, right?
Well, no, here's the thing. You were always the main
Yeah, yeah.
character.
Yeah,
You were
well,
the
I was
older
going to bring
one.
that up too.
You were the
Yeah.
older one, and so I never really got upset at it because
Yeah, surprisingly.
in retrospect,
Like, honestly,
yeah, right.
that was
Right.
like new news to me. New news.
No.
New. No, that was news to me, that when you told me like you always wanted to be the characters I was, because you never complained about that.
I didn't.
And let's be real, you were a bit of a whiner when you were a little kid.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That's
So
one
like,
thing
when
I didn't
heard
whine
that-
about, though. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't, because I was like everything that we played, I was like, oh, this character I feel like fits me best, like personality wise or whatever. And
I'm the cool guy. Let's be
No,
real.
no, I was never the.
I'm the-
cool. Well,
I'm the
I wasn't
older
always
guy.
the cool guy.
Yeah.
Huh?
You were older. But
Well,
I
yeah.
think it was
But-
just instilled in me that, okay, he's my older brother. Of course he's going to play the main character.
Huh.
I think that was
Yeah.
instilled in me from the get-go, like
Yeah.
since the very beginning. And then I
That's
come to
interesting.
realize, so for example, in this certain story, you're Wolverine. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Wolverine is Cameron's guy, always. But as I got older, I'm like, Wolverine's so cool, man. He's so cool. I love Wolverine. I will be Wolverine. Spider-Man was my guy, though.
Spider-Man was your guy. Like, that was, I was like, I can't touch Spider-Man.
Yep.
And I don't really know how that happened.
I don't know.
But,
guy.
No, yeah, I really don't know how that happened because,
you played every other main character but Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah. I mean, that was totally cool, you know. I don't know. It was always weird because I was like, when you told me that, I was like, well, dude, like, I don't know. There was never a conversation about who was going to be who. So I just assumed that, oh, well, this always works out to where I want to be this person and Connor wants to be the other person, you know, like I just always thought it worked out, but yeah. You know?
I know.
Yeah, I was wrong.
So back to the story, because this is definitely one of the most interesting childhood stories.
I wanted to say you were Cyclops.
I remember this was after the second one came out. I was Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Yep. Okay, that was because you were like Cyclops was your character for a while. And then the second one came out, and then Nightcrawler, which also a cool character.
Yeah,
like
still a
sweet
cool
character. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we were in the backyard, and so we would get Chinese. I feel like fairly often.
Yeah,
and
wasn't a whole lot to eat around.
When we went, I was like, oh man, these chopsticks are perfect claws. They're perfect Wolverine claws. So I like snatched a bunch, and I made sure I had 6 chopsticks, and so I had my Wolverine claws. Well, we went out to play X-Men in the backyard, and Wolverine is usually the guy that kind of goes in front and is like making sure the coast is clear,
scopes out the area.
Yeah, and so I was doing that because I was cool, and I was like, hold on, and like
did a pose.
I did a pose. I did the Wolverine, like one of his poses, right? And so I stuck my one hand, my right hand up, like almost a uppercut punch, and then my left hand, I swung back because that's what Wolverine does. And when I swung my left hand back, Nightcrawler poofed out of nowhere, and and I ended up stabbing Nightcrawler's eye with the chopstick, and immediately regretted it. Like I did the pose, and he just heard. And I was like, oh crap. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And like, Mom came out, and I was like, I didn't mean to, and then like, a little bit of time passed, and I'm crying, and then I'm like, oh, Connor, you look so cool now. You're like a real mutant, because his eye was all bloodshot.
Didn't I have like actual like blood coming down my?
No, you didn't have blood coming down, but you like I'm wanting to say it was bleeding, but it wasn't like,
because it more or less went like in my tear duct. It went like right in my tear duct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank goodness. Gee whiz. And so, but like your eye was just like red. Yeah. And I was like, oh, Connor. Like I was saying everything I could to like make him feel better.
I know.
And then he ended up, you ended up getting a black eye, and I was like, oh, Connor, you're like Rocky. It's so cool, And like, we like put you in a robe and everything. And I was like,
with the boxing gloves.
And then I was grounded from superheroes for like a month.
That's when you're grounded from superheroes. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because there was a toy I wanted. It was Hulk.
I remember that. A Hulk toy.
Yeah, and it was Bruce Banner specifically when 2003 Hulk came out. that everyone loves, another movie.
Another movie everyone loves.
Yeah, and so, but I saw the Bruce Banner, and I was like on vacation, or like we were like actually visiting here,
Oh,
my grandparents and our grandparents. I keep saying this like we're not brothers, and
wow.
and so we were here, and it was when KB Toys was still around, and I saw that action figure.
I remember
was like, oh,
every
man.
detail of this. It's weird.
Yes,
I remember that.
And I was like, oh man, I really want that, but I can't have anything superhero with me. And so I like sweet talked my grandparents, like grandkids do. I was like, hey, I won't play with it if I can just buy it. I'll just leave it in the package. And then time went on, and I went, hey, Bruce Banner isn't technically a superhero.
Oh.
So, like, can I play with him at least? I won't play with the Hulk. I'll just play with Bruce Banner. And
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And then, I don't know. It was like a day later, my sentence was up. So she was
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Clever boy.
Are there any like things
Clever
we should
boy.
like express that
Express. What do you mean by that?
well, you said some things might be confusing or whatever. I don't know. Like,
What, just take people through the timeline?
oh gosh, it's such a timeline though.
But we don't have to do every example. I mean, we could always revisit.
That's true.
Any of
I mean,
this.
I'm sure we will.
That was the
I'm sure
general
we will.
idea. We've obviously taken many rabbit trails since then, so
Totally.
we could always revisit that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I mean,
But-
we're brothers. We're always going to refer back to, then.
Yeah. And I think one of the big reasons I wanted to initially bring all that up, because I brought that idea up to you yesterday as far as, what do we actually want to focus on talking about? That was an idea,
Yeah.
was our childhood.
Yeah.
But what really stemmed it, I told you I was going to tell you about this dream I had over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what really got me. Buckle up.
Oh, no.
Buckle up. So, okay. I'll just tell you the dream.
Okay.
I feel like people might expect it to be funny or something. It's not really a funny dream. It's more of like
tear up on me, are you?
I'll try not to.
Oh,
I'll try not to.
We're
Yeah.
going to be crying.
No, I think I'm over it now. But okay.
I'm not. I haven't heard it yet.
Okay. Well, so it was weird. My dreams, I found myself walking around a lot. I was just walking down these streets, and I remember specifically like starting off on this highway. It was almost like a big old highway ramp, and then like walking down into a city, which is interesting. Not really a relevant detail. And I was just walking by, and I was like, I kind of recognize this place. What is this place? And I walk into this like school property, and I was like, I recognize this place. Where is this? And some staff member or something comes up to me, and they're like, hey, hi, I don't recognize you. She's like, you know what? Here, come with me. And I just follow this lady. And she takes me into like this classroom setting. It's not exactly a classroom. In my dream, it was kind of a weirder space, but it was more or less a classroom. I walk in, and I see some kids around. And then in the back of the room, I specifically saw Mom and Dad. And they were younger.
Interesting.
They were like in their 30s.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I get closer, and they see me, but they don't like recognize me. But they can tell, like, once they saw me, they're like, oh, whoa. Like, I'm getting to all this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I see them, I'm like, wow, they're younger.
Yeah.
And then I saw me as like an 8-year-old boy.
Dang.
Yeah. I was sitting in a desk. And I realized this was I can say the school. We don't live there anymore. Cross Creek?
Cross Creek,
in Michigan.
Except you weren't 8 years old there.
I was in 2nd grade. Yeah.
That means I would have been 13. I was 13 in Evansville.
We'll talk. All right, whatever. I was, 7 or 8. My bad. Maybe I was 7. I could have been 7.
7.
Okay, sure, I was 7. I was in 2nd grade. I remember specifically it was me like in 2nd grade.
Gotcha.
I was sitting on the desk, and like mom and dad kind of just went away. And it was weird. I kind of like saw them, and they both kind of were like, oh, hi, how's it going? And they kind of had this look on their face like, I don't know who this man is, but I think it's our son, you know? And so basically, I realize now in my dream, I've traveled back in time. Mm-hmm. And I'm in this classroom from when I was in 2nd grade. And so I sit in the corner, and I don't know if this staff member thought I was like an assistant teacher or something, but she just brought me into this classroom and sat me in the corner of the room because I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of seated by where I was sitting. And I just was like, and me, I'm going to start referring to me as him. Or he, as 7-year-old me. He looked at me, and I was just like, hi. And he was like, hi. I was like, hey. And we were just like kind of being funny with each other, like saying, it was very surreal. And I was just like, what?
They usually say that ruins the timeline. Like you would have destroyed.
I know. And I remember thinking that in my dream. I was like, I shouldn't be here. I was like, I shouldn't be here, but this is captivating. This is so interesting. And I started talking to myself, and I was like goofing off with myself, just like I would with a kid. But I was like, this is me. Like, this is, I don't know. Like, I want to make an impact on this kid who's me. And it was funny, and I was just joking off. And it was like the end of, and I remember the class being like the specialized like cooking class. It was interesting. Something Cross Creek would have done because it was fancy, you know, it was a special school. And not that kind of special school. You know what I mean? It was it was a charter academy.
Yes.
Stop it. And I remember mom coming up. Again, she was young looking, like in her 30s, and I think that they were cooking like steak in this class. And I remember asking him, I was like, how do you like your steak? And like mom interjected, we were like, oh, we eat it well done. And I was like, and I looked at me again, and I was like, medium rare is the only way to go. Okay. You're going to love a medium rare steak. Don't have it any other way. I don't know.
You go back in time.
I know.
You see your younger self.
I'm like,
what do you change?
Yeah.
The way you eat steak.
Yeah. I was like, what's some good life advice? But it was just funny. It was like me talking to a kid, like, come on, man. Like, this is how you eat a steak. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
Like, just enjoy it. And, you know, and it was
just
weird.
Made mom's life complicated now.
I know. So,
yeah.
Sorry, mom. But
sorry, past mom.
But we were just like goofing off, and so after I said that, you know, I'm just like laughing. It's the end of the story, or the end of the story, whatever. The class. It was the end of class, and it was like time to go. And younger me stops me, and he's like, "Hey, will I be seeing you again?" And I said, "Probably not." And I started just bawling. Like in my dream, I lost it. Like to the point where I was like embarrassed, and I just turned around, walked out the door as soon as I could. And I was just like back remember the back of the school where the soccer field was and stuff?
Yeah.
I was like
yeah.
over near there, just pacing, just like crying.
Dang.
And to the point where I woke up and I was even like kind of weeping, like when I woke up a little bit, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was telling Kara my dream over freaking brunch on Saturday in public. And I was telling her this because I was telling her because it was obviously very, very weird, surreal
Yeah.
dream. And I was like, I don't know. I don't understand. I was like, and I just started crying. And I was like, and then she just said, so when I was saying that, like, hey, are you going to come back? I was like, probably not. And then Kara says, because you can't go back. And I lost it.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of that restaurant and I just started crying. Yeah.
Dang.
Sorry. Don't cry. I don't know. This is what happened.
Yeah.
I just started, like, I was sitting there eating my freaking omelet, just like
snap.
covering my head, just like, what the heck
gosh.
is going on? Like, why is this? Because it was the night before I had that dream. And so it was still heavy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
like when you have a dream from the night before and it just kind of lingers all day.
Yeah, totally.
It was still heavy. And so I still had those emotions from the dream. And I just lost it again. And I'm still trying to make sense of it, you know, what it was all about. But I think she was right because we had an awesome childhood.
Heck yeah.
we had
did.
one of the best I think anyone could have.
Yeah.
And no, we didn't take a lot of vacations. No, we didn't go to Disney World. I don't think we needed to. I think we did. We enjoyed our lives through the day-to-days. And a lot of me really misses that, I guess, to the point where I didn't realize, and it was dug up in my inner subconscious through that dream I had.
No, you know, I obviously, that's something I struggle with a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I always say I'm a self-proclaimed big kid.
Uh-huh.
Like, I like the idea of being a kid, and I do miss that. But going through that, I think there's a lot that we can still change in ourselves.
Yeah.
To kind of embrace and enjoy that side of ourselves.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of it was lost to what we feel like we have to be as adults.
Right.
But I mean, seriously, there's things you learn. There's some things like one of my biggest things is I hate how fearful I am of everything now. You know more, so now you're more afraid. Like with everything going on,
Right.
With Russia and Ukraine and all that. Like I kind of freaked out a little bit, but then I was thinking about when 9/11 happened, and
It hits way more.
but I remember just looking at the TV and being like, oh dang, like that's pretty freaky. And then I went back to playing with my toys because I didn't know better, so I didn't care. But there was a faith there that I had that I
kind of lost.
Admittedly, don't have as much now.
Sure.
Yeah. So
and that's a lot of what I
think.
Sorry.
No. I was just saying. I think that's something we have to be more mindful of. And there's a lot of other things too, but I'm not going to go on a lecture. But there's a lot, honestly, that we can learn from kids. And
Absolutely.
honestly, we need to stop pushing our stuff on the kids so much.
100%.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so
all right, I'm going to just step off my soapbox.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a lot of what I was telling Carrots here. I think just trying to make sense of what I was feeling in that moment. I was like, there is a lot of pressure being an adult, being a man, being now a married man, always feeling like you're not measuring up in this day and age.
Yeah.
But there was a time when none of that mattered, and where anything seemed impossible, or anything seemed possible. See, it's
Yeah.
there, it's in my head, but anything seemed possible, and but we didn't trip over that
Yeah.
as a kid. We didn't trip
Yeah.
over any of that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, like me, thinking I could build anything,
Right.
it's funny, and I failed every time, but I think the thing is I tried it every time, and I tried it multiple times most of the time.
Uh-huh.
Like, how many times do we not do something because just off the bat we're like, that ain't gonna work,
Right.
Like, we're just not I mean, although my chances, like, I was kind of putting you out there, but like,
No.
I was like, well, if this fails, Connor's gonna get hurt, not me.
That, yeah.
But like, we don't take chances like we should. We don't love like we should.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everyone tries to define love, and
Right.
it takes away from what love is.
Right.
When you're a child, you just love.
Yeah. It's
You know?
natural. It's natural.
Yeah.
And
There's just, I don't know. There's a lot of things. Look, I'm gonna start spewing things out again.
no, it's okay. I mean, that's. I wanted to bring that up because I thought it was really interesting, and there
Yeah.
has been a lot of, I guess you could say fighting with myself. Just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You could be doing better and all this, but you got to give yourself grace. And like we talked about, just being content.
Yeah.
But in that dream, it was interesting because it's like I mean, in that dream, I was physically talking with myself as a child and had so much interest in that child
Yeah.
and wanted to positively impact this child, which was me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now that I'm saying it out loud, it's like, that's how you need to treat yourself.
No, totally.
That's how you need to treat yourself.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was weird. It was super weird. It's still very surreal, and
Yeah.
thought it'd be interesting to share.
Dang, you're like, getting all these like, serious talks.
Eh,
What's up with that?
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I
No,
think that's a good direction every once in a while.
I know. I think it's fun to be funny, but like,
Yeah.
I think it is good to contemplate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That kind of stuff I find is like serious to think about.
Yeah.
Like that is what's important in life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
no, I agree. I
Absolutely.
agree. I had a dream. Hey, there's another childhood thing.
Uh-huh.
I was always known for coming down in the morning or whenever I woke up and just saying, so I had a dream last night.
Yeah.
And that usually was followed by
Yep.
from everybody else.
Well, I think it's genetic because Kara can tell you the same thing. She
Yeah, well,
expects it
and I
now.
think I know why everyone groaned because like for some reason I remember like almost every detail of
Uh-huh.
most of my dreams.
Uh-huh.
So like when I'm telling a dream, I feel like you have to see exactly what I saw,
Right.
and you're not going to know that if I don't tell you everything. So
Right.
that happened. But no, I had a freaky dream, but it involved a tornado and being at camp and
Real quick,
there was all of that. Yeah.
keep that topic. My laptop is really low on battery. I need to find my charger real quick. I know where it is. I just need to plug it in real quick. Is that okay?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, just real quick. We can cut this out or whatever. Just, yeah, hold on.
Sure. I want to do a dance for all you guys listening. da 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 do do da 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 ba da ba da 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 da. It's me tap dancing. Wow,
Almost there.
that was tiring.
Almost there.
Here, let's do a little show and tell here. I don't know. I don't have anything right here. Here, let's see how many of these I can do. You ready? This is those hand grips. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Ooh.
5. Oh, okay, he's
Yeah,
back. Never mind.
forearms.
I was about to give up
hopefully
anyway.
Oh, there it goes. Good. My charger's been acting weird. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I kept him entertained.
Okay. Good. Good.
Danced for him.
Good.
Yeah. So I had that dream with the tornado, and that was kind of emotional because like I lost Christy in it, and like I don't know if she died, but I straight up lost her. Like,
Wow. Yikes.
yeah, it was kind of weird. It was like, yeah, that's the short version of the dream. There was some weird stuff in there. On a funny note, the other night, this kind of intertwines with a good fart story. The other night, I was dreaming that like I needed help or something, and then so have you ever woken yourself up by farting so loud that you wake yourself
No.
up? You've never done that?
I've never woken myself up by
The
farting.
loud fart?
No. I've
Oh,
woken up
dang.
and then farted, but I've never like woken up because I farted.
No. Okay. I know I'm not the only one that has woken
Maybe
myself
you
up
are.
with the fart. No, there's no way. Okay. Well, this is going to be even more outrageous because that's not how I woke myself up. I woke myself up because my fart stunk so bad.
Oh God.
But
Oh man.
but it annoyed me in my dream because I needed help. And then
Yeah,
somebody
you need help.
no, I like needed help moving something or something. I don't remember exactly. But I got annoyed because I was asking for help, and then like I started smelling the smell, and it's like, goodness sake, like I was like I couldn't move this thing, and no one would help me, and then it started stinking, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was so mad, and then I woke up, and I was like, what the heck?
Oh my God.
Because that smell was still there, and then I realized it was
Gross.
it was bad.
So nasty.
I'm normally not bad like that.
No.
But
Oh my.
I think what it is I've been eating healthy, and then I ate no.
Oh.
And then I ate junk for a little bit, and my body was like, no, we're not doing this again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's my dream / fart story.
That is, you got 5 years on me, so there's still time to where I
I
can
can't
wake
believe
up.
you've never done that.
No.
I like when
Sounds
I
like
take
it
a poll
happens
and
pretty
see,
often to you.
I don't know. Well, I'm also a light sleeper, so maybe that's it too. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry, not to just cut that up. I had this idea. I think it would be cool to like share dreams more because I know we both have had some really strange ones.
Sure.
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
But I had this idea of doing like almost like a Twilight Zone show
Ooh, that would be
inspired by dreams. And honestly, I kind of
fun. Like
don't.
a radio show?
No, I was almost like a Netflix type of show, like an actual live action.
Wow.
Now I'm saying this out loud. Someone's probably gonna hear it and take it, and this is gonna happen now. I might cut this out. No, I mean, I really, it would be such a cool idea though. There was a while where I was having like one cool dream after another, and I was like, this would be so cool to have a show totally inspired by just people's dreams, like 100% inspired. Really cool. Because some dreams I've had, I'm like, I would have never thought of that in a million years, nor I don't think anybody would have had a story like that. Yeah, and it just came out through a dream, and be really cool. But inspired by, like, not to where it's got to be like down to the detail of what happened. But
dude, I think it would be kind of fun to just do it down to the details.
Well, yeah. To some degree,
because then there would be like no storyline, and it would just be like okay, so I'll go ahead and tell like a part of my tornado dream. So like we're at a camp, and there's like cabins, right? And so it starts getting stormy, and there's 2 tornadoes, and I see them off in the distance, and one, it's really big, and I'm like, oh crap, and I'm like, hey everyone, take cover, blah blah blah. Yeah, we all take cover, and the tornado passes by, and it's just like I can watch it, but it doesn't do anything to us. So we're like, oh man, and then the next one comes, and I'm like, oh crap, this one's heading towards us too, and this one was gonna hit us, and so before that happened though, like everyone got out. And I was like, oh, yeah, awesome, and then I saw one of my bosses. He was dressed up like Genie from Aladdin, and his bottom half was like a tornado, kind of like Tasmanian Devil. Yeah. And he was just like, very disappointed, and I don't know why. And so he's just kind of twirling.
It's very disappointed.
Yeah, no, I don't know why he was like twirling like across the field,
across the land.
And he was just had that down face, like and then I look over at some picnic tables, and there's another guy dressed as Genie, and he didn't have a tornado, but he was really fat, and I don't know who he was. He was like a fat bald man, and like you could tell he had painted his body and everything. It was really weird. Yeah. And I was dressed like a superhero, like really cheesy superhero. Yeah. And then I walked by somebody else that was dressed like Captain Planet. And
all these blue guys.
I don't know. So so that happened, and then the second tornado came. And it's like, oh, we got to take cover again, and some people were like being more lax about it, like, oh, we just took cover. And I was like, there's another tornado coming, and so few people, like everyone took cover, and Christy took cover in another room, in the cabin, but in another room. Yeah. And then I'm like hiding under a blanket because a blanket was going to protect me from everything. And so I'm hiding under there, and I'm next to another one of my bosses, and we're in there, and then all of a sudden the wind starts blowing, and then the tree starts tilting towards the cabin. I'm like, oh crap, it's gonna fall on us, and then it just flies away. And then all the trees just
weird.
Like
from Spaceballs.
Yeah,
I picture Spaceballs when.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's very much what it was like. And then we're like, oh, are we good? And then the cabin starts sliding, and I'm like, oh crap. And so we're like being sucked into the tornado, but the cabin's staying together, and it just starts sliding, and then it stops for a little bit, and then it slides more, and then it drags us into a river, and so the back half it's like sinking into the river, and so we're like hurrying up and like dragging kids out, and I'm standing at the doorway, just like tossing them like sacks of potatoes, and I'm like, oh, good job, and trying to be encouraging, even though we're like, oh, we're gonna die, and And then like we get all the kids out, storms pass, and then I couldn't find Christy.
Jeez.
And I like dove into the water and was like seeing if she was like in the back half of the cabin, but she just wasn't there.
Oh man.
And like it was really weird. And then I woke up and it was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my dream. That was
The
my,
genies.
but the point of me telling this is how, like, if you watched a show and there was no storyline whatsoever, like, and all this stuff happened, and I was like, what the heck? What did I just watch? Because apparently that's a thing. Like, you go watch whatever shows on Hulu, HBO, like, there's a lot of shows that it's like,
well,
was there even a storyline there?
I watched The Lighthouse Friday night. That movie, The Lighthouse. It's very much
I love that movie.
You loved it?
Yeah.
I feel like when it first came out, you told me like, oh no, I've heard weird things about it, and then
no, I did, but then I told you, I said you gotta watch it.
Yeah, because I had been wanting to. It's unique.
It's so weird.
It's so weird.
But it's good.
But yeah,
I liked it.
I did too. It was I had some mixed feelings on it, but I love the artistic parts
doesn't
of it.
Like
yeah.
It. Yeah.
Like Kara was like, that movie was stupid. I'm like, but she also agreed that she loved the artistic part of it. What?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
My favorite part.
I mean, it's all right. Look, anyone who's listening to us, it's not exactly clean. It's
no. It's not clean. There's.
I don't know what your favorite. You said the favorite part of the movie. Oh yeah, the farts.
Favorite. Yeah.
Farts. I mean, he says a bad word there. Yeah. But yeah,
I
was cracking up at that too. Yeah,
you can feel that frustration.
Yeah.
That frustration right there is the way I felt when I woke up from my fart.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny. Yeah, to include every detail. The genies that make no sense. Like genies. And it's disappointed.
What did they have to do with anything?
Uh-huh.
Nothing. It's a dream.
That's funny. Disappointed genie boss.
Yeah. Now, question: in a dream, do you fly, or do you do more of a jump, like glide?
So it's more of a jump, usually.
Yeah.
I think of a few scenarios where I'm jumping like on the air. I'll jump and I'll jump again, almost like in a video game where you do the double jump. It's it's like that, jump. Except you just keep going higher, and it's always terrifying when you're coming back down to the ground, but you land and you seem to be okay, and then you just keep jumping again.
No,
and I've had dreams like that where I'm like jumping over people's properties, and I'm just like running through neighborhoods and.
Yes,
really?
Neighborhoods.
You too?
Yes, yes. Usually it'll take place in Clinton, which is another place we lived. But it's like a smaller
Clinton.
Yeah, it's a smaller neighborhood, and like I'll be going throughout it, and I'll do like it's like usually a running start if I'm flying like across places, right? So it's usually like a running start, and then like the double jump, like you said.
Yeah.
And then I get going, and then it's almost like a push.
Yeah.
Like I push on the air, and then I just kind of keep myself like I'll keep going, and then maybe another push. But and I'm just kind of weaving through buildings and along the street and stuff.
That's how it is.
But then there's other times where I'm like, man, it's not necessarily flying, but it's like a really high jump. Like I can almost jump as high as I want.
Right.
And like I'll jump, and then I kind of push again. Right. And then I go up, and then I'm up there, and then I'm like, I have to like keep myself up, and I look down, I'm like, holy crap.
It's terrifying.
Like I have to fall.
I
have to fall. Yeah. And then so like I kind of like let myself fall, and then try to push myself, to like ease the fall.
Right.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I always end up jumping it. Well, I don't get hurt.
Oh, okay.
But like I always end up jumping again because I'm like, I have to.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That happens to me a lot too. In a rare occasion, I'll actually like fly, but again, it's more of like a a glide. It's just like,
Yeah.
and I'll like get
I don't think
down or like really close to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
sometimes,
falling.
Sometimes you'll
with
hit the ground.
style.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it feels like,
Yeah.
though. It's cool.
No, totally.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
I don't think I've ever like actually like flown like. Yeah.
Right, as like Superman would or something.
Yeah.
Right. Me neither.
Yeah.
I don't think so. That's
I
interesting.
always had to
Yeah.
put in a little bit of effort.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah.
It's like, I hope in heaven we can fly. There's always that.
Yeah.
That
Well,
hope. Wonder if we
honestly,
can
though,
fly.
I feel like I don't know. There's something like satisfying about having to like.
No, I
push
know,
yourself.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if we can fly in heaven, just a theory. What if that's how it is?
I mean, I would prefer it to be that way
Because
that
that's how
sounds
we
a lot
dream
more
it.
satisfying than just like floating up and being like.
Because that's how we dream it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Or, yeah, heaven's a whole nother conversation.
I know, and we could talk about that. I'm just
Yeah,
looking at the time here.
Yeah.
We're
I
at
was gonna say.
an hour and 37. But
Well,
I think
I
it's
feel like it's a good
yeah.
ending time.
Even though we bounced around quite a bit once again, but that's to be expected. But at least we didn't spoil everything. I'm glad we can still go back and talk about it because it's obviously
Oh yeah.
the biggest part of you and I's our childhood as far as
Yeah.
so we'll talk about it more. I think it would be cool to talk more about dreams though, for sure, because I know we both have a whole library of them.
Oh, totally. Yeah. No, I'd be down for that.
It'd be
I'd
cool.
be down for that.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, if you've made it this far, once again, thank you. We appreciate you. We hope you got something from it. We hope you laughed. We hope you got your mind stirred up a bit. Or maybe you just liked hanging out with us virtually. That was Michael Myers making another appearance here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for hanging out with us, and terribly sorry for boring you.
But you did this to yourself.
Yeah, you did this to yourself. I hope you wake up feeling refreshed after this podcast, and let me know if you wake yourself up with farts, because I don't want to be the only one out there. Please.
And also, if you listen to the Cat in the Hat soundtrack.
Dude, if there's somebody else out there that listens to the Cat in the Hat,
let's have you on this podcast, please. Can we just interview you, please?
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
You know what? We should get people on the podcast.
Because you're obviously like, at least Cameron.
No, we should totally get people on the podcast, though.
Right.
Like, we have friends. Right?
We have friends. Yeah, we'll get some friends on here. Hopefully our wives at one point. I know Kara wants to
our
be on
wives
here.
at one point.
Kara wants to get on here at some point.
We should get Mom on here at one point.
Mom.
I think that'd be fun.
Yep.
She would have to be with you. But.
Right. So many possibilities. So many possibilities.
Possibilities. Yeah, no, let's do that. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing another line.
Oh, I mean, I can.
Okay, let's do a bounce off. All right, so I'll start it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to our podcast.
I thought that was going to go different, but
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
kind of cut out there too, so it sounded really
That's all
weird.
you got. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Sorry it wasn't as fancy as last week.
that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll do a legit song someday.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Cool. All right. This is Belted Out.
Episode 2. Bye.